Good morning, students. Now today we are going to continue the chapter number 8, reproduction. Today we will discuss about the male reproductive system. You know that the male and female have different reproductive system, and male reproductive system, you can see the figure drawn on the blackboard, that consists of the portion which produce the germ cell and other portion that delivers the germ cell to the site of fertilization. So here the penis that delivers the sperms, then the sperms produce in the testes. You know that the testes is in pair, that is outside the abdomen, and that is covered by the skin that is called scrotum. That skin is called scrotum and always in pair. Okay. So here two parts of the male reproductive system: the formation of germ cell or sperms that takes place in testes. So where the sperms are produced in the testes, and these are located outside the abdominal cavity in the scrotum, and because sperm formation require lower temperature than the normal body temperature. You know that the normal body temperature, that is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit or 36.8 degree Celsius, that is the normal body temperature of the human being. But this formation of the sperm require 2 to 3 degree less temperature than the body temperature, means approx 34 to 35 degrees Celsius temperature is required for the formation of the sperms. Now we have discussed the role of testes in the secretion of the hormones. This hormone is called testosterone, right? This testosterone is the male hormone which is secreted by the testes, and that is helpful in reproduction. So in the previous chapter, chapter number 7 already, we have discussed, in addition to regulating the formation of sperms, the testosterone brings about the changes in appearance when the boys at the time of puberty. You know that when the onset of this hormone, the testosterone, the boy that convert into man, means mustache and beard, then the hair in armpits, then genital portion, and the hair on the chest also can be seen. So the voice become cracking. So these are all the we can see things in the at the age of the puberty. Now sperms formed in testes and delivered to through the vas deferens. This is one type of narrow tube. This sperms which are produced in testes are transferred through the vas deferens, which unites with the tube coming from urinary bladder. You know that urinary bladder is one type of sac-like bag which store the urine for some time. So this vas deferens that unites here with this tube is coming from the urinary bladder, and they unite here the entry of the sperms and entry of this urine, and there is a common path to deliver the sperms as well as to pass the urine through the urinogenital pore, and outside the body the sperms are coming through this urinogenital pore. You know that in males there is a common path for delivering the sperms outside the body, and the same for urine passing. Okay, so that's why it is called urinogenital path, that is common. The urethra thus forms common passage for both the sperms and urine. Along with the path of vas deferens, the glands like prostate gland and seminal vesicle. What is the function of these prostate gland and seminal vesicle? they secrete the hormones, and now the sperms are now in fluid, which makes their transport easy, and it provides this seminal fluid. This provides the nutrition to the sperms, and its speed also increases. The sperm become motile and floating. The sperms are tiny bodies that consist of the mainly genetic material. You know that what is genetic material? It is made up of DNA, that hereditary characters it consists. So it possesses a long tail and help them move towards the female germ cell. The shape of the sperm is like this. This is tail and this is called head. Okay. So when this is a motile, it moves and reaches to the female's body through the vagina at the time of mating, and if the ovulation occurs at that time, then this sperms is one time intercourse, thousands of the sperms enter in the body of female, and only one sperm is required for fertilization. Other get destroyed within 48 hours, and then one sperm is needed for the fertilization. If ovulation occurs and the ovum get fertilized, then this converts into the zygote. Is it clear? So today you have to complete this with figure, the male reproductive system.